Hello? Yeah, no, I'm an Oculus. Yeah, no, I don't want to buy any weed. But
Hey
can
man,
I just call?
can you get off the phone?
Hang on a sec. What?
I'm trying to watch a fucking movie
Hey,
here.
fuck you, asshole.
Shut up, losers!
Well, you don't have to be a dick about it. That was pretty fucking good, though.
Yeah,
That is a great description of what watching Oculus was like.
that is a one-to-one recreation of our movie-going experience.
We actually recorded that in the theaters.
Live recording.
It was the worst experience I think I've ever had watching a movie. We couldn't actually hear the movie.
And that was like a horror movie.
Okay, was that in Ultra AVX?
No.
Or was that normal?
That was in a
I think
normal
that
theater.
may have been the first time I realized that just like normal showings of movies now are fucking terrible for sound. They're so goddamn quiet.
Not all of them though. Like we saw Krampus, and that was all right, I think. But I mean, I think they have diminished the quality to make sure people go see the AVX.
Yeah, they want to make sure
Conspiracy.
people are paying more money, right?
It's a fucking conspiracy. First, they don't allow us to have fucking free refills anymore.
Yeah, which is I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, I'm
but-
sorry. That like almost nothing cost of like having
Pop or
or
popcorn?
popcorn.
What's that? You want me to pay for butter at the counter instead of putting it on myself?
Yeah.
I just go over there and get that shitty like replacement that's free or pay
It
money.
tastes the exact same.
You don't know the difference. Come on, they really like gouging. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. I pay like $16 to go see a regular movie, not even an IMAX, or I have to pay 3D prices, or I have to go to fucking D-Box, and then once I've paid my like $200 to go see a fucking
There's
movie,
like 15 fucking minutes of advertising.
I'm like, I don't mind watching trailers for movies because that gives me something to be interested in later. But I don't want to watch your fucking ad for your new Chevy Cruze. Like, I don't give a shit.
And like the Cineplex stuff is fine, or like the Scotiabank ad, whatever. It's their theater.
Yeah, it's like pre-show stuff,
Part
right?
of they're the ones putting on the show, whatever. That kind of stuff's always been there, really.
The Scotiabank stuff sort of makes sense. Like now your feature presentation.
Well, scene cards. You've got your scene cards where you collect points so that you can go see more movies. The Scotiabank stuff makes sense.
Yeah, it's to the point where I would rather pay to go see an AVX movie just so I can have my reserved seat to go when the ads are over, and I can just start watching my
instead of having to show up early to make sure you get good seats and have to. Ugh.
And before it was like, I'll just use scene points for my AVX movies.
Then
but
I can get
now
a good
they
fat
fucking
going.
cost more.
Pretty much.
They just
Like,
changed
wait.
it, right?
I have to sit through these ads. Nope, going in the handicap stall and giving me a good fapping.
Why? But yeah, no,
was that you?
that explains
that
that actually. They increased the scene points 1,000 points for a regular movie,
1,500
AVX and IMAX, and I think $2,000 for the VIP, which I still haven't gone to see yet.
No.
VIP is actually pretty cool.
Do you pay more money to have to pay more money? Because that's what it sounds
Yeah, that is kind of what it is. You're sitting on basically you're sitting on a couch.
And do they serve you liquor?
It's
and
super
shit?
comfortable. They only serve you when you're like
Pre-movie?
before the movie, right?
Well, then it's
So
exactly
the-
like a normal
The
movie.
VIP experience is really only if you're gonna be a fucking stickler and be there like maybe half an hour to an hour before the show.
Fucking why though?
I don't know.
Do you reserve your VIP seats?
No, you don't.
I would just go to
But
I would go to a bar
but all-
and then I'd go to a
But
fucking
like,
movie.
all the seats are very good.
They're comfy, I'm
Like
guessing.
they're
right?
position wise, you're gonna get.
You're not going to get
great
blocked
position.
by anybody.
Oh,
You're not gonna be
like that.
sitting at the front like tilting
your neck
head.
craned, yeah.
No.
And they probably beat people who make the noises heard in Oculus.
Oh,
They
fuck,
just
that's
go out
the
and beat
worst.
the shit out of them.
Well, I'm assuming they actually have the audio turned up so you can hear the movie over the sound of someone zipping their coat up.
Well,
all
when
fucking
you're-
movie.
Why would
When-
you do that?
when you're sitting in a
They were
theater,
nervous
Yeah.
watching a horror.
When you're, yeah,
Spooky.
when you're sitting in a theater filled with people and it's like a quiet suspense horror movie, and that also doesn't help.
No.
The fucking guy behind us playing with a zipper the entire
The
time.
entire
Why?
movie.
Just, you're a dick.
Stop. You're
Stop being a dick.
The thing with the quality too, I feel like I noticed it more, like the difference in AVX quality and certainly in IMAX back before when it was new. But now I feel like most of the movies I see are in AVX anyway. But seeing a regular movie doesn't seem like it's that different overall. You notice it for certain movies.
I noticed it for the screen size mostly. Like when I first walk in, I'm like, holy fuck. I
Yeah, but once
forget
you
how
get into
small
the
it is.
movie, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I noticed
goes away.
it for when we saw Spectre, which is kind of a big, larger action flick. You kind of notice the sounds. It
Of
kind of
AVX,
feels like
yeah.
it's more surround sound, right?
I'm just thinking like walking into a normal showing and like looking around and being like, I can't believe I have to sit with these fucking peasants in this shit fucking theater.
Right.
Well, we saw the night before in regular seating, and I think we had
The sound was fine on that one.
I didn't really notice any bad quality.
No, like there's some like I remember seeing Mad Max,
Fury Road, yeah.
Fury Road,
And how many times did you see that?
Well, okay, 4 times, but don't.
So you should notice the
Every
nuances.
single type of possible movie-going experience.
Yeah.
Did you see that
I
one
did,
in
I did
VIP?
see it in IMAX. I did see it in Ultra AVX.
Yeah.
I did see it in the normal theater.
Saw
And
it
I
on
did-
Blu-ray several times.
Then I also saw it at Garno Theater as well.
Oh,
So
God,
four different ways.
possible
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah, and
I'm so sorry.
the sound
movie.
quality
No, well, not 4
Yeah.
of
times.
like the normal theaters was just so bad. Like I couldn't hear anything. Like it was enough to bother the shit out of me. And I really like. Maybe it's just because I'm used to AVX, but I think it's a conspiracy. I think it's just them cranking it down a bit to be like those cranking it down to minus 11.
Right? Yeah, like it kind of makes sense from a business perspective, but it seems to be theater dependent. Like we've gone to movies in regular theaters where the sound's been all right. It just like seems like one-offs. I can't say consistently I go to
Maybe
a
it
regular
is just
theater.
the films.
Well, a lot of it's digital now. They've switched from the projection style to pretty much 100% digital display of movies, which you notice when you can see the windows.
They
bottom.
they did that. I think the first movie I ever saw that was digital was District 9.
They were doing them digital
Back then. I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think District 9 was the first
when you saw
one I saw that was digital.
Well, for the most part, I actually can't even tell the difference. Except, I guess there's less of the blocky shit on the screen. Like,
Well, yeah, you don't get the cigarette burns.
Yeah. As you go through.
The only thing I've really noticed is when they changed the frame rate, like with The Hobbit.
Oh, I
It's
hate
really,
that.
really weird and hard to adjust to.
Only The Hobbit, though. Has any movie tried that after
Who else did
the
that?
backlash?
Oh, yeah, there was one other one, but I can't remember. I think there was one other one.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
Fuck that though. It made everything.
they're like,
worse.
oh, this is
New
new
technology.
This is new technology. This is going to be the standard.
New isn't good. Not necessarily. Like,
Yeah, more isn't better.
God, there's like, you're talking to me about seeing it in Mad Max 4 different times in 4 different theaters, and like, if you really think about it, that's so many different types of prices for your tickets. So you're adding shit on constantly as you go.
was
It's
any
like,
of it 3D?
AVX was.
Not IMAX.
IMAX also was.
too?
Yeah, sorry.
And
But so you're paying IMAX prices, or you're paying AVX prices, or you're paying normal theater prices.
or
so
Garneau
there-
theater prices.
there you've got 3 different categories of cost. But then you also include like 3D or fucking shitty D-box seats.
I've never
Whoa.
gone to D-Box.
Whoa,
No,
I'm
it
moving,
sounds
guys.
like a terrible experience.
Incredibly unimmersive because it's probably not tuned well to the movies.
Well, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy. This was back when your scene points could buy you
Anything?
anything.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
didn't even know you could get D-Box.
yeah, you could
seats.
get
I would
D-box
have tried
seats.
it.
Oh,
then.
yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, holy shit.
Too late now.
Yeah.
So when I
shit.
went to see Guardians of the Galaxy for like the 4th time,
That's fair.
Four is the
Understandable.
magic number.
4 is the
Mark,
magic number. Yeah, the D-box seats were kind of cool for a little bit, But like they give you the like command of like
How
putting it down
intense it is?
or like shutting it off or like putting it super intense.
Why
Then
fucking
why the
shut it
fuck would
off?
you
I
shut
can
it
just
off?
shake myself around on my couch at home.
Oh,
Oh, look, I'm in
Yeah.
a spaceship.
Michael J. Fox mode engage. Oh,
Well,
it'll
if
be
you
so
want to know what
good.
it's like to be Michael
No,
J. Fox
it's so bad.
watching a
but-
movie,
Jesus. Well, like, what was cool?
why'd you have to bring Michael J. Fox?
Michael J.
into
Fox
it?
is a fucking hero.
He is?
He's gone through some shit. I fucking love him.
That doesn't mean
Don't
we
take
can't make
anything.
fun of him.
Don't take anything we just said
Ooh,
seriously.
Somebody salty.
Oh yeah, fuck all the flavors in the world. You chose salt. All right. Okay, what I really
It's a good flavor, Jen.
what
It's
I
the
want,
closest I could get to semen.
I'd like to see.
Oh.
I'd like to see a real movie done in the the Galaxyland
That was a
little
turn on
theater.
noise. Sorry.
The Galaxyland theater that they have by the roller coaster that like has.
I've
the
never
full
gone in
motion.
it, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Okay.
they've switched it now where you have guns
Oh.
and it moves, so you're a
Like,
little
is
lot
that- is
more.
that like the
yeah,
games,
it's a
they
lot
have
more
it-
interactive.
Oh, I
They
don't
had
like
one.
that.
They had one at the fair.
Oh,
where
I
it was
love it.
Star Wars.
Oh, well, it actually sounds like a cool idea, but I mean, if I would like to see that implemented like that, all full in, like set up perfectly, but done for a full movie kind of thing, not like shitty half-assed
Like
D-box
actually
seats.
done properly.
But yeah, so like if you're watching a movie, you have full 360 radius
The
turn
characters
and flip,
looking down a cliff
and
and
you
you like
looking
lean
down,
forward.
and
And
it's
it'd be-
matches. That'd be
It'd
so
be
cool.
cool to also have a gun and watch a Tyler Perry movie in a theater.
That I guess you're a white guy, so it's okay for you to
Oh,
bring guns
oh
into
boy.
theaters. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, that's like the pods at K-Days. They had a Star Wars pod racing simulator.
Yeah, they've had that since
Which yeah, you move with it, but it's so
Play?
it's so jerked and like
Palladium?
off.
Palladium. That's it.
Palladium.
Palladium had that shit.
Okay.
When like episode 1 first came out, they probably like, well, we're shutting down. Let's
Have
get
a
Yeah,
back
lot.
to it.
20,
on
20
this.
years ago we had an arcade.
And had that thing you're excited
That
for.
thing.
Oh, wow.
Technology has moved forward.
no, it's still the same,
Well, that's all D-boxes really, but
but shittier.
Douche boxes? Yeah.
much.
hey, you're the only one of us who's been
in
to a
the douche
D-box
box.
movie.
But so when you watched the movie, did it pull you out of your immersion? The D-box?
No, not really.
Like, but how did you have full intense settings?
I had
or-
it full intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it would be kind of intrusive when you're getting into the movie, then
But like
suddenly
it just like at one point it just felt like I was being rocked by like a big giant man.
Batista, just Drax, just rocking you to
Like,
sleep gently.
No, stop it. I'm trying to watch a movie. I'm not in the mood.
Right?
just trying to be seduced by Andre the Giant, just cradling you.
Rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
Sounds like a interesting idea, but I think they kind of abandoned it. Like you don't see the sample D-box thing anymore. I don't think. I don't know. I've never looked for it.
I don't know. All I can say is that when you're in the row behind or
Oh,
in
you can
front,
fucking feel.
you can
is
fucking
it?
feel it. So it feels like you're
You're
in
in
the D-box
D-box.
seats anyway.
I think that would actually be alright with horror movies. Because, like,
With-
boom!
Without feeling the
Yeah, they're just
shame of
jerks you
actually
forward.
buying D-box seats.
Right?
If everybody's in one, you're not the only tool.
Everyone's so tool. Yay.
Welcome to planet Earth.
But, like, that way you can time that jump of the seat with the musical sting that you know is never
At a
gonna
certain
happen.
point, they have to consider liability and like,
Of giving someone a heart attack?
and
Is there
yeah, exactly.
actually, like, giving them a
Because
physical
then
scare?
if they did
I'm not
that,
gonna
then
fully shake them.
Oh, fuck!
then you'd have to
pretty-
like sign a fucking waiver when you sit down, just like, yeah, don't sue us.
I'm surprised you kind of don't have to in a normal movie, because there's nothing saying that there can't be a jump scare in a normal movie. Like,
I guess
That'll
people
give you
just
a heart
expect
attack?
it.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure if you're going to see a horror movie,
in a horror movie, you should know what you're getting into, but, like,
unless you're
It's more required for seizure warning esque stuff like
you're not
that.
going to get a seizure.
Psychedelic shit.
unless you're a shitty parent and you can't find a babysitter, so you bring your kid to a fucking movie.
But there
Like
is
Paranormal Activity, or was it The Avengers?
No,
that
it was
had a
Man of
child?
Steel.
Yeah.
Man of
Okay.
Steel was bad. When we saw that, just a kid fucking crying the entire
Oh,
movie.
good, a baby.
Like,
I hate you in public places anyway.
I think
Did you bring
why
you a
did-
baby?
I
Babies
think you
don't watch this.
I think we can all agree you should take the seat
Leave
outside.
the seat outside.
Yeah.
Leave it in the streets and do something
might-
else after the show.
Run over it because of copyright infringements.
Nah, Mastodon wants to us.
Immediately sued.
Okay,
Aqua Teen
guys,
Hunger Force Might.
Yeah,
we're
semicolon the
living
lawsuit.
too much on the edge.
No kidding, eh? She's dangerous. So, there are a lot of movies coming out I think we're very excited to see. The Revenant, Spotlight, Star Wars, obviously. We actually haven't gone to see that yet.
Yeah.
Terrible nerds.
Okay, so Johnny
People
was
hate
like, "Do you want to go see Spotlight?" And I was like, "What's that about?" And he told me, and I was like, "God, no! I don't want to feel super, super goddamn."
Well, it's about
depressed."
them breaking apart Catholic priests and
all that.
the
But
molestation
That
and
sounds like a
scandal
perfect,
or whatever.
like, weekend fun
With a
movie
bro.
to go see. Hey, bro, I'm gonna go see Spotlight, bro.
But it was rated well.
really well
Yeah.
rated. So
And it has good actors. I mean,
it looks.
So was 12 Years a Slave, and I hear that's amazing.
It's an alright.
You
movie
definitely have to be in the right
I will
mood,
watch
right?
it. Well, I don't think you're ever really in the right mood
to watch 12 Years a Slave. Like,
It's
I'm
like,
gonna watch me some history.
It's like I'm gonna sit
Good.
down and
The
watch The
Helpers.
Boy in the Striped Pajamas and cry
Oh,
myself
God.
to sleep.
Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh, why'd you go there?
So sad.
Today is a rec room for a dream day.
That doesn't happen.
You don't just
Never
wake up
happens.
and say, I'm gonna watch a depressing movie today.
American History X, don't mind if I want to kill myself.
I'm having a great day.
Let's ruin that.
But I mean, there's still such good movies. It's just hard to find the kind of mood because you don't want to be in a depressed
state after. I mean, that said, it got so many, like, the critics love that shit.
Yeah,
The ratings are so
yeah,
high.
it's probably
So
really
I don't want to miss out on it if it's a Whiplash. If it's a Birdman, yeah, I'll miss the shit out of that.
I'm definitely excited for Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
That'll be really good. We should rewatch all Tarantino movies up to that beforehand.
Spoiler.
Right.
That is
All
that is
except for
only
Jackie Brown.
Only Jackie Brown. We'll just watch that on repeat.
Oh man, Robert De
times.
Niro is in that movie. He is in that movie.
That is a fact
That's
about that
that
movie.
is-
You know, as another fact about that movie, I fucking hate it.
So we're gonna only watch that until Johnny likes it.
It is called
Might take a
Jackie
while.
Brown though.
That is another
That is
fact.
a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have facts about that movie all day long.
Pulp Fiction is a movie about a bunch of characters doing kind of pretty interesting things and having really quotable one-liners, where Jackie Brown is about 2 hours long. So,
Running time is about 2 hours and 15 minutes. That is also another fact. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I've got a bag full of
Okay,
these.
you guys haven't even seen it, have you?
no,
I've
yes.
watched it once.
Okay,
I've never
so
seen it, but
Mark understands my pain, but
I don't like Quentin Tarantino, so obviously,
Yeah, we'll have to
well,
change
he's
that.
that's
By
Tarantino at his
marathoning
worst.
all of their movies.
yeah, my favorite. Don't
Yeah,
worry,
I'll just take a day and a half,
I'll be the counterbalance to these dipshits just loving everything they see.
except for Jackie Brown and Kill Bill 1.
Oh.
No, Kill Bill 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so movies we're excited about, but we want to see them in what kind of format? Spotlight, I wouldn't mind seeing it in normal.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, movies
Yeah.
like that, you don't really get much more.
Uh,
Star Wars,
Star Wars,
IMAX,
I will see in IMAX,
preferably,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
That's like what IMAX was made for.
Quadrant.
Hateful Eight, I'd see it in AVX.
AVX.
I wouldn't really want to see it.
I don't think it's necessary to see it.
Now, what about Revenant? Which
Does it
is,
really matter to see it in the fucking format that he's putting it in theaters?
No, I don't care about that. The 70mm film, whatever.
I know, like, I love movies, but I'm not, like, I don't get a stiffy over, like, the
Old
way
movie
it's fucking
formats.
projected. Oh, yeah, you flip that film.
Oh yeah, change that reel.
Oh, 70 millimeters.
Those cigarette burns
But,
are burning my
but-
loins.
What about Revenant? I think because of the cinematography, that's going to be
AVX?
clearly strong in that movie. I think it would be worth seeing in AVX.
I've heard it's
probably.
Absolutely, yeah. Because they used all natural lighting.
Maybe I would have liked
That's
Birdman more in
actually
AVX.
super cool that they used 100% natural light.
Yeah.
No simulated
And they
light
said
at
they had
all.
barely any hours of daylight there, so
actually
they
do it.
actually had to plan like extensively, and it was a hard shoot because of the.
And apparently,
Cool.
the El Nino is climate change because Leonardo DiCaprio's a retard. So
I witnessed climate change in Alberta.
it was just slightly warm. God, we're wearing t-shirts. That's because we're Canadian. Get over it.
Chinook, you fucking douche.
What an idiot. But
I
he's
love
still a
Leo.
good
He's
actor,
so good.
Leo needs to get a fucking Oscar.
but not for that.
Okay.
You might get it for Revenant.
So they're playing Sherlock in theaters, like the new
The BBC
so like
TV show.
BBC special.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet. Oh, that's
It hasn't come out yet. They're
showing
they're
it already?
showing it in theaters.
I thought it was supposed to come out actually January 1st.
They
Well,
did.
it really-
Well, they did that with Doctor Who too.
Oh, okay.
It is movie-like production. And
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
so
it's so
so
good.
at that point, what movie or what TV shows would you kind of want to go see if they ever played in theaters?
I would say Game of Thrones, but they did.
Well,
do that.
they're going to be doing that for
The
the
finale?
finale as well.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think that
been
would be
confirmed?
worth seeing in the theater.
I don't know.
Sure.
Nothing is confirmed with fucking
Martin.
R.
But
Martin.
No kidding.
I don't know
Except for Big Floppy Wieners. Those have
if
been confirmed.
Wiener, no. Copyright in print. No. Game of Thrones, I don't think would make that much money in
I don't
theaters.
know. It's become pretty popular.
It is popular, but it's not accessible, especially as the last movie. You'd have to watch seasons 1 through whatever they're
Yeah, I
at.
guess a lot of the movie-going experience are all those random people who just decide to go to the movies and then they
Well,
pick something.
They're
right?
coming out with a Hey Arnold movie again.
Oh
No,
god.
they're
Oh,
not. No, they're not.
Yeah,
even
they are.
worse.
I don't believe you.
They are.
Wait, live action?
No.
Oh, thank God.
God,
How?
hey, football head.
Yeah.
It's a normal head because it's live action, you douche.
Well, it'd be starring you weirdo.
What what movie were you telling me about, Johnny? That's coming out about houses.
About houses?
Houses, yeah. Something about them being
Homes on Homes.
with people inside because there's just so many people inside. They're full, you could say.
Oh yeah,
Fuller-
like overcapacity.
You could say that. I think.
But what if it's
That's not a
Fuller
movie.
It's
than the
That's not even a
other
show.
Full House?
Fuller
That's
House?
a fake show.
Fuller House? Is that what it's called?
Oh God.
Oh, no.
Yeah, did you hear about that? Fuller
Yeah, no,
House.
I heard.
I didn't.
That's not even a thing.
It shouldn't be.
How
a
could
thing.
it be Fuller? If it's full.
Well, to be fair,
Over capacity.
to be fair, more Full House sounds pretty dumb.
Almost as dumb as Fuller.
Yeah.
Almost.
They should have just fucking called it Dumb as Shit House.
Well, then what does overcapacity mean? Overcapacity house.
Overcapacity. You can't make up a word when it doesn't sound
Well, when I
proper.
first watched the trailer, I thought I heard Bob Saget's voice, and I was like, "Oh, great! It's gonna star him as like Grandpa Saget."
I haven't watched any of that trailer. I heard him listen to it, but is
Hey
it
man,
new
ever
people?
suck dick for
I don't know.
coke?
They didn't show any of the people. They showed the scenes, like the sets, the original sets, and then they showed a dog barking at the doors of the family. You could hear them coming home.
How is the house fuller then? Empty.
No, it was literally empty in the
Empty
trailer.
as a possible
They
house.
did a poor piss
No,
poor
No
job.
one's in there yet.
Jesus, it's so
Almost
dumb.
Fuller House.
Okay, but that's a terrible show. What is good? What are some of our favorite shows that like changed our lives? What's good? Number ones across the board.
Number ones. It'll be hard to say number ones.
Okay,
but
but
I
favorite.
will say I've been rewatching
Oh, that
Hannibal.
Oh yeah.
I've been rewatching Hannibal. And it's still so fucking good.
You really like it a lot.
I loved Hannibal. There was a point where like, and I love horror movies.
Yeah.
And I love thrillers and psychological thrillers. But there was a point where they fuck with you so much in that show that I actually felt like terror.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, I watched the first episode with
Mhm.
you, but I didn't continue watching.
Like it gets fucking.
The first 10 or so.
It gets
It's good.
Mads
crazy.
Mikkelsen is really good.
Yeah, unfortunately, it got canceled after season 3
Oh, so did it
Just
end
views.
off on a
because it's on
cliffhanger?
ABC. That's the okay. Reverting back quickly to, reverting back quickly. The reason why people have moved to streaming is because they're smart.
Yeah, of course. Streaming's the way to go.
Anyway,
Like it's yeah. Okay, what's your favorite? Think of your favorite shows.
Well, if I think about like The Office is one of my favorite comedies, and what I find about comedy TV shows is that I like to rewatch them more. Like I think comedies generally have more replayability for me anyway, just because you can pick up any episode and like you kind of have that
TV show
variety
format.
in TV shows for sure.
Movies I find extremely unfunny after I've watched them a couple times.
No, movies definitely. It's completely different with TV shows, I think. So there's a lot of TV shows I like and have watched a lot, but for replayability, The Office has been big for me. There's a lot of older cartoon shows. Last Airbender was one of my favorite
Last Airbender is
like
fantastic.
cartoon shows.
I'm rewatching Office myself. season 2 marathoning it.
It's so good. Rick and Morty is always a good one for me.
Yeah.
I could rewatch that over and over and over again.
That's a good recent one for sure.
Yeah. What else?
Dramas.
It's always Sunny in Philadelphia, comedy wise. I can't get enough of that.
I like to keep up with Walking Dead as far as dramas go, but I feel like if I sat down and watched it,
It's
it would
pretty
be
much
so,
like Days of Our Lives.
It would be so
but
up
with
and down.
I think, yeah, that's probably actually like a full-on topic, The Walking Dead, and where we're feeling with that whole issue.
Yeah.
Well, we
touched it, but I think we were like, we're gonna actually talk about it.
Eventually.
It's something special. HBO, anything they put out, I'll watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Like 6 Feet Under, you put me onto that, Mark, and love that show. Show's fantastic.
Silicon Valley is also pretty damn good. I recommend that. Can't remember his name, but it's the creator who did Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill.
Oh, King of the Hill. Such classics.
Hey.
My favorite cartoon.
It was the show you watched when literally nothing else was
Office
on.
Space.
Yeah, no kidding. That's how I would define it.
Well, yeah.
Unfortunately, that means I've seen
Judd
too
Apatow.
many episodes.
Yeah, Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
No,
No.
not at all.
I just want to see if you agree. That's all.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
God, it's at the tip of my tongue. But anyway, favorite shows.
Gravity Falls, for me, I don't think you guys have watched
I
it.
haven't watched
watched
any
it.
Gravity
It's
Falls.
So good.
Yeah.
It's honestly, for a newer show, it's fantastic.
Well, it looks very kid oriented, similar to Last Airbender. I
It
suppose.
is, but it's got a really good mystery to it. It's got a lot of you actually have to understand cryptology to understand all the references they're making. If you want to, they have codes in it. You have to crack, and you have to understand a little bit.
Well, they had a portal, and they had a connection to Rick and Morty. They had an episode of Gravity Falls where a few random objects got sucked into a portal, like stuff off the desk.
Some stuff came out of a portal in Rick and Morty.
It was the same stuff from the
Gravity
Gravity
Falls.
Falls episode, which was really cool that they
I bet
included
you
that.
were kind of a little confused though.
Well, I
no,
only knew
like-
because I saw a YouTube video explaining it.
because it was an Easter egg they had put, but no one fucking knew about
Well,
it.
it's really discreet.
Because
It's
it's
like
so
behind
random.
them as they're in a chase scene.
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah, that
a
makes
portal
sense.
opens and stuff flies out, and it's just random junk. You don't think twice about it, but
I'd highly recommend you guys check that show out.
it
The
seems
last
interesting.
few episodes have gotten super fucked up.
Oh, how many seasons are there now?
Only 2, and it's going to be 2. That's it. They're ending
really?
it this time.
Oh, okay.
From what I gather, it's the series finale. It's worth watching.
Master of None was pretty good. We pretty much watched that within a week.
Yeah, I think it had a few slower episodes, but it was pretty good comedy.
Yeah. I was really into Jessica Jones for quite a bit, but then after one episode of just god awful
Shitty lines.
writing, I can't.
Why
I
don't you
can't get
explain
back
your
into it.
that one?
I
joke?
don't want to explain it. There's an ear pun where she almost cuts her ear off, and then she doesn't, and then later on in that episode, somebody goes, "Oh, she's all ears," and another one was one of the characters, Hope, is getting out of prison, and then you're like, "Oh, great, they're just gonna go for the cliche setup where she gets out of prison, then immediately gets kidnapped," and then and then the person I was watching it with, I was like, guaranteed they're gonna do an no hope pun, and sure enough, they did. In the
There's no
same
hope.
episode. Oh, it was god awful, and now I can't watch it anymore.
I don't know. It seemed very interesting and gritty and dark.
You've watched some of Jessica Jones?
Oh yeah, and Mark and I watched the first
Oh, okay.
while 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah, there was an entire episode where she just fucks Luke Cage.
No, that's the whole series.
No, he doesn't show up anymore.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. I expected him to show up later in the season.
Well, he
So,
might. He might
first
in the last,
episode. Fucking.
Yeah, he might in the last 2 or 3.
Maybe they happen simultaneously. They're 2 shows, so you get to watch the other side, but he's fucking her as opposed to her fucking him. And then he leaves for a couple episodes to go do something in his own show.
If they do something like that, no, thank you.
That's gonna
Yeah,
be
that
so
sounds
boring.
pretty dumb.
I'm curious as to see what Luke Cage's TV show is going to be like, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, we can do a whole Marvel episode.
What's the date on that? Do we know?
No idea.
when that's gonna be out.
Not sure. I think Luke Cage's is next year.
Twin Peaks is coming back.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
I've never actually personally watched more than an episode,
Me neither.
but like I'll have to check it out because it's got like a huge following to it. I might
People
as well.
love that show.
Yeah.
Right?
X-Files is coming back. That's also pretty
I
good.
Is
never
it
watched that.
with Mulder and Scully. Like,
yeah, it's
the original cast.
That's pretty cool.
That's actually sweet.
Yeah. What else? Fuller House is coming out.
Again,
Super stoked for that.
Actually, have you watched the? It's probably my favorite show I think I've ever seen. It's I'm trying to remember what it's called. There's a really catchy song to it.
Dilbert.
No.
It's Dilbert.
Too many chefs?
Too many sous chefs? No. Too many,
Oh, it's on
Adult-
Food Network.
Adult Swim, I think, actually has it.
Oh, yeah?
Too many it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out.
Not
All right.
really. I can't remember either.
Shit, but I remember it being really
It's another
good.
word for chef. It's something about cooks.
No, that sounds dumb.
That sounds terrible. No one would watch that. That sounds. Who would make that? It fucking sounds stupid, Mark.
Come on.
Sorry, I'm just gonna go in my room and cry now.
You've never watched Oz, HBO, right?
No, but I know you've
never-
highly
I've
recommended
watched
it.
a few episodes. Of
Oh,
Oz.
it's like watching 6 Feet Under and watching. a few
The
episodes.
Wire is great. Again, everything. HBO. Well, The Wire wasn't HBO, was it?
I didn't
know.
think so, but
I've heard nothing but good things about The
Yeah,
Wire,
it's
though.
pretty damn.
But to be fair, everyone was talking about Breaking Bad, and everyone who wasn't giving the highest praise to Breaking Bad was like, "Fuck you, man! Watch The Wire; it's so much better." That's
People
all
said that?
ever- Yeah,
how dare they?
I don't know. Breaking Bad is really good. I've heard The Wire's really good. I just need to watch it.
Yeah.
That's all.
BBC shows are always good.
They're-
Black Mirror has been great. I've been enjoying that. Luther was amazing. Season 1 was really good, and then after that it kind of falls a little flat.
What's the show you started watching about the bookstore?
Oh,
that BBC?
Black
Was
Books.
that BBC?
Yeah.
Was it BBC? It
I
was,
don't think
it's
it was
British.
BBC.
Well,
It's British.
British.
But-
British.
Yeah.
That-
Fantastic.
That was pretty interesting.
Well, yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
so many cameos from like very famous people.
Is Benedict Cumberbatch in it?
He was probably like 12 in that movie. No, I don't know. Yeah, it came out in 2000s, I think, early 2000s.
Benedict Cumberbatch is old.
Not that old. How old is he?
He's gotta be in his 40s.
Really? He's that old?
Or 40?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We are not that big of cumber bitches, as you can tell.
Yeah. Well,
He's
except for
amazing,
the
though.
fact that I just found out today that Spider-Man might be in Doctor Strange's movie, which pisses me off because you should just let Benedict
Oh yeah, Spider-Man will add
Cumber-
such dark and
Batch.
horror elements to
What's
Doctor Strange.
the point?
I don't know. There is no point except for constantly throwing him to things before he gets his movie.
Yeah, so Doctor Strange is before Spider-Man,
Yeah.
so it's
Yes.
probably like end credits teaser.
Oh, let's hope.
So I couldn't imagine him having a pivotal role.
Or maybe he's just around as Peter Parker, taking photographs. That son of a
Look
bitch.
at this photograph.
Yamana, yamana. God damn it.
Oh god.
It's like when Nickelback did that
Generic
song
fucking
for
singer.
Spider-Man.
Anyway, Kate, we're
The
getting way
hero,
off
the
topic.
hero, yeah.
TV shows. Kate, if you could list 3 right now at the top of your head, what would they be?
Okay, how about instead of just top TV shows, do we have favorite episodes ever of TV shows? That way you can just like, you
Oh,
don't have
God.
to specifically.
that's
even
let's
that's
get
making the
deeper.
list even broader.
No, okay, I can do mine easy. Number 1, the series finale of 6 Feet Under.
Yeah, I would have to.
Number 1.
I'd have to put that as number 1.
Instantly amazing. For me,
I cried.
oh yeah, sobbed like a little baby.
Yeah.
2 for me is The Office. The episode where Michael Scott leaves is fucking
Oh,
touching,
yes.
and it's so well done. Love that. One of absolutely my favorite episodes.
My favorite episode of The Office is the it's like an hour-long special. The one where they do the fire drills, and then Stanley gets a heart attack, and then they bring in the doll, like the CPR doll,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Dwight cuts his face off and does the Hannibal impression.
That's
that would have
hilarious.
to be number 2 for me.
That's your number 2.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What about you, Johnny? What's your number 1 and your number 2?
Oh, I don't know about number 1. I would have to think that over. There's definitely a couple Office episodes that I like. I really liked the last few episodes, Arm Part 1 and 2.
Staircase.
And then the
Stairmageddon.
finale, just because it does have Michael Scott, but yeah, Michael's goodbye, I think, is definitely one of my favorite TV episodes of all time.
A lot of good drama in that. I was surprised.
Definitely.
I wasn't expecting much from The Office in general. Whenever I saw it on TV, it just looked like a shitty, boring show.
Oh, it's so good. Though.
But it's got
so
a lot
good.
of elements. Toby's farewell or whatever is a good one too.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
that was funny.
Toby.
Goodbye, Toby. Yeah.
Because they have the fair and everything.
Stairmageddon's still probably up there for me.
Stairmageddon's easily the best
comedy
season
of that.
9 episode.
Hands down.
Oh, that's good.
And for me, number 3 would actually be How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah?
Season 6, episode 18. It's just actually a brief moment that does it for me, but it's so well done. It's Barney, who's like the big, gets all the ladies. He's such a player, never gives a shit about anything. And he's got one moment in it where you actually see his like deepest insecurities eating at him. And there's no words, there's no dialogue. You just see him like, and what's actually like inside and how shitty he feels all the time, but you never see it. And I think that's like such a beautiful moment that you wouldn't expect to see.
That would be interesting.
And it's got one of my favorite songs underneath it, so it really helps. It's actually a really touching moment.
Another one of my favorites, probably the Friends season 1 premiere.
I didn't watch Friends.
I don't even know what episode that was.
The first one.
No, I don't know. I don't remember what. Like, I never really watched Friends.
I love Friends.
You just like watching Jennifer Aniston. I don't blame you. But...
No.
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 Don't like Jennifer Aniston?
No. That David Schwimmer.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense then.
Oh god, what other episode? Royal Pudding. Royal
Pudding's
is number
hilarious.
3 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. South Park just nails it. I love all Canadian episodes of South Park.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
When Canada goes on strike, just pure gold. But
Royal
Pudding is the perfect one.
It pretty much sums up Canada.
Yeah.
Just perfectly. Like, is there going to be another royal wedding soon for the Canadian prince and princess?
No idea.
Because I'm ready there with my Canadian flag.
The Duchess of Calgary and the tree in Edmonton.
Yeah. It's great. Watch that shit.
I like In Last Airbender. I think one of my favorite episodes. The finale was very good.
The 3-part.
There's also Tales of Ba Sing Se was a very good
that
episode.
one is really good
really
too.
good. That was one of my favorites in the series.
I don't blame you.
And then there was another one where it was the Western Air Temple, I think, where like Zuko goes and joins the group. For some reason, that's one of my favorite episodes because it's kind of the turning point for his character.
I think the biggest problem with The Last Airbender, now that I like retroactively look back on it, is that it just wasn't as good as the movie.
I think we can all agree that it paled in comparison to M. Night Shyamalan's
Last Airbender.
masterpiece of shit.
It's bad.
One would say it rivals Quantum of Solace in
how good it is, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Quantum of Solace is leagues
above.
Leagues
Oh
above.
yeah.
Let's not compare Quantum of Solace.
Quantum
to
of
the
Solace.
fucking last.
Don't bring a
Airbender.
mediocre movie into this.
Yeah, right? Like, Quantum doesn't rape my childhood repeatedly. It just isn't that great.
Yeah, I'd rather watch The Room 3 times by myself in a room than fucking watch The Last Airbender.
Although, I think that might be a good episode. Let's watch things that raped our childhood.
Like Dragon Ball
Evolution and The Last Airbender, and we'll figure something else out for The Last
Oh,
Airbender.
God.
Yeah, we could do that.
I think that sounds horrible.
That does sound horrible. Let's do it.
Yeah,
okay.
pretty much.
Talking about stuff about our childhood.
Yeah.
Are they coming out with a new Nintendo handheld?
Gaming system?
Oh, man. Old Game Boys were just, like, they're so nostalgic for me. I remember our, like, fucking Game Boy Color, the first time I got it. I got it before I got an N64.
Oh, you never had the old school Game Boy?
No, I
the
started with Game Boy
Oh,
Color.
you're lucky. I
Oh,
know.
right.
I remember
started with
I remember like my babysitter when I was like a young kid. They had a Game Boy.
The original brick, right?
brick
Oh
Game
my
Boy.
god.
And I would play that fucking Mario game all the time.
Like 8 fucking batteries that it took, and no backlights. You couldn't see what was on the screen if there was any daylight.
God.
I think Pokemon was what really drove the sales on Game
Oh,
Boy
yeah.
originally
Well,
because everybody wanted to play Pokemon and
My first
everybody
Game
got a
Boy
Game Boy.
Color was Pokemon Yellow, the Pokemon Yellow edition.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah. So you
The-
got Pikachu following you around.
Yeah. Hey, it was my first Pokemon game.
Everyone's got their
pretty
first
goddamn
Pokemon game.
Technically, it's funny. I started a little bit later. My first Pokemon game that I owned was Pokemon Gold.
I had Silver. That was my first one that I owned.
So similar. But then I went back and got to play Red and Blue.
Well, you don't necessarily need to play Red and Blue. Identical in
But
every way.
I never owned an advanced.
A GBA.
No, I didn't own one
Oh.
either. I've played a few of the games, but
There's some.
I had the
good
Sony Genesis. Was that the handheld they had?
Vita, PSP,
Or not Sony?
Sega?
Sega, yeah.
Genesis. No, that was a.
Sega
Well,
Genesis
I had the
is a console.
Sega. I had the Sega handheld.
Sega had a handheld, yeah.
Before I
Was
ever
that
had the
any
Nintendo
good?
one. Oh yeah, it had Sonic in it.
That's all you need. That's what.
That was Sega
What
back
else?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of different games.
Yeah, there was there was Sonic,
yeah,
Sonic,
And
Sonic. They also had some Sonic.
Sonic
games
2,
Yeah.
Tails, Knuckles.
Shadow. No. No one had
then.
Shadow.
You don't have to go that far.
Yeah. But Game Boy Advance had some fucking killer games on it.
I don't remember any because I never had that console.
Golden Sun is probably my third favorite RPG of all time on a goddamn Game Boy. It's so good. And they also ported a lot of the old Mario games, and they gave them sort of like an update to the visuals.
Well,
Yeah,
they're doing that a lot with the handhelds, just in general, with like old Nintendo games.
Yeah,
3D
definitely.
style.
I mean, when the like Nintendo DS, the first ever one that came out, Mario,
Super Mario 64,
Super Mario
but then they added
64
other
came out.
characters.
and you could play online, or like you can play multiplayer with
I
other
remember
people.
that.
I actually want to get that game, and I was going to get it, but then I was like, I 100% this game normally in like 2 hours. So
I got a DS pretty late when it was a DSi, which I don't know what was really different, honestly. But I had a few good games for that. The 3DS I have as well, which is really good. And like
Well,
you were
that-
saying about
that
games
was-
being remade for it, they've remade, like, they took Tales of the Abyss, which was a PS2 game, and they ported it to 3DS.
It looks pretty good.
And they've done that with a lot of Final Fantasy games and stuff like that. Or they've made other versions.
But
on
I've kind of stepped away from handheld games. Like when I had bought that 3DS, I played it for maybe like 2-3 months, and then I sold it to you.
I find I do it more in phases now. Like where I'll just like have a phase where I want to
you want to play
play
a game
for like like a couple weeks or something. I'll be picking it up every so often, and then I'll just go months without playing it. For instance, now I haven't played my 3DS in
a long time.
like since Majora's Mask 3D came out.
Oh wow!
The only game I've actually completed on my 3DS was Ocarina of Time, the remake for that.
I think that's the only one I've completed as well.
I don't have time, even though it's supposed to be more friendly.
Well, because it's
Well, like,
handheld,
where am I gonna
you should
take-
carry it everywhere.
But I don't.
So they do the whole street pass thing, which like a lot of people like will do that. They'll,
Yeah,
like,
but I don't carry
the-
mine around
yeah,
with street pass
exactly
stuff.
though.
It's
like
kind of blocky to carry it around.
No, it really
everywhere.
is. It's pretty
and
big.
then you're
like,
the
because
dude
it's the
that's
large
just
one.
carrying a fucking DS in your pocket.
Yeah, like I'm
Right?
not gonna go. I'm not gonna go to work and play with it on like my lunch break.
No, you look like such a
It's
tool.
like, hey Bill,
Such
can
a
you
tool.
file those that paperwork? Yeah, in a second. Let me just
Kill this
pull
boss.
out my Game Boy.
I mean, I can pretend like I don't care what people think of me, but I don't want to be the guy sitting in the corner playing Game Boy at work.
Right? Exactly.
I just don't want to be that
And then
guy.
you go home and you check how many people
On your
with
street
DSs have passed you because they were doing the
I
exact
don't
same
like
thing
the
and
whole
put it
street-
in your pocket.
They actually have mini games all set up for that. Like you do street passes, and then when you pass somebody, they join you in these mini games,
Yeah.
and you can trade puzzle pieces, and then you do like an RPG game. I think it's boring as
I
fuck.
just think that like trains you to be a giant fucking dick.
Why?
I don't know. It's like, oh, I'm gonna beat this fucking loser who's like a block away from me holding a DS.
Oh,
Suck it.
I don't
You
think
don't
it's
do that
really
in
like
all
that.
your multiplayer games.
Yeah, that's true.
Call of
that.
Duty.
I think console gaming promotes
cocksuckers.
that attitude
That's
a lot
the
more.
nicest thing I think anyone's ever been called in an online game. A cocksucker. If I was called
That's a
that, oh my god,
compliment.
yeah, right.
Well,
Like,
thank you, sir. You chug penis yourself.
12-year-old child in your mother's basement. Why?
My favorite is when you hear parents just yelling at their kids in the back of the.
It's like, Mark! Come get dinner.
Mom, stop being. I'm playing
Mom,
a
I'm
game.
phoning nudes.
Just pause it.
I'm
I
playing.
can't, Mom. I'm playing online. You don't get it. You don't understand me.
I'm playing this cocksucker online. Don't use those words.
Oh God.
No, they don't care. Just hand the kid the console and let him be
Not-
parented by it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let him come to the table for dinner and then send him back.
That's what they should do now. They should just
No, they
have
do.
consoles where
It's
the
horrible.
consoles,
The new
like,
console
parent
parent.
your kids.
The consoles could probably parent better than a lot of parents.
That's true.
I mean, that said, there's no like.
There's that leapfrog, right?
I guess it's sort of like a console
Yeah,
in a way.
kind of a handheld.
It's sort of like
What are
a
you
parent.
doing? Playing my leapfrog. Fuck off.
It's sort of like a parent. It's the worst. God, it's so terrible. Just don't be shitty parents. I think that's the moral of this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome to Going Nowhere.
We're talking about shitty
we
parenting.
talk about parents and how you should
And
be
yet-
better.
And yet none of us are parents.
Yeah, no, we're just backseat drivers on this shit.
Yeah.
Just be good. We don't want to deal with your fucking
To
kids.
quote Maddox, parents are the biggest problem in the universe because they're strangers. You're being raised by strangers in the values that they have, but they're still fucking strangers. Sure, they birthed you, but now you're kind of growing on. Anyway.
To
Yeah.
quote me, what?
What the fuck are you talking? Have you read Maddox? Do you know who Maddox is?
I listen to his podcast all the time.
Oh, I can't say I listen to his podcast, but I
Pretty
only listen to our podcast, which you should too.
Yeah.
See, plugging this while they're listening.
Plug,
Great.
plug.
If you've chosen Going Nowhere podcast and you're thinking to yourself, oh God, why the fuck did I listen to this? Well, good job on listening to us.
Thanks.
Are you kidding me? They probably shut it off by
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's
You
we're
did
so
it.
late into the video that it's like we're safe. We can say whatever we want about
Yeah,
anyone
nobody's
we
still
want.
around. They just
So I'd
listen
like
to
to
the first 10
thank
minutes.
our one viewer, and it's really the only sympathy views we get.
Craig, you're all right. You keep being all right.
And hail Satan. What?
Hey, hail Satan. Don't fuck with that.
Oh
It's
god.
legit.
Okay, we're all Satanists apparently. Neat.
Well, we learned something about us today.
Yeah, actually, you're learning about it with us, Craig. Thanks for.
Craig's such a champ.
And I'll see you on Wednesday for beers, Craig.
Of course, it's your friend Craig.
Yeah.
We can talk about how shitty your parents are.
God, while you play your Game Boy and don't actually listen to me. But I can play my
Oh,
Game Boy
boy.
on my phone. Why would I want to go to?
Yeah, well, with
Oh,
them-
there's something so nostalgic about not being able to see the fucking screen.
Well, when did they add backlight?
Worm light.
Yeah, right.
Backlight was fucking.
Game Boy Advance.
Does the
SP, I
SP
think.
have it?
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance.
Oh,
SP.
that was revolutionary.
The first Game Boy Advance, though, you could not see the screen at all.
I remember Game Boy Color. I had my fucking worm light, and I would just like curl up under my blanket, pretend I was supposed to be like asleep,
Yeah.
right? And I would just be like, "All right, here we go," and fucking just worm light that shit.
What games did they have that were fun though? Like besides Pokemon.
I used to play a lot of different Pokemon games because there was Pokemon Pinball, Pokemon Puzzle League, but
sounds like Nintendo, just
I know, right?
repeating the same.
there was
fucking
Zelda
franchise.
Oracle of Ages,
Yeah,
one that
that's
I played. There was Dragon Warrior Monsters 2 was another one I had that was a good RPG. It was kind of like Pokemon. You see a trend?
Yeah, they really like monsters that fit in your pocket. Apparently.
Well, I
Pocket
guess.
monsters.
Yeah, Pokemon.
Or,
Ah.
don't tell me you just figured that out.
No, I've known that for a while.
Literally
Good.
just figured it out.
Just
Craig, when
figured
you
it-
see him, make fun of him, please, for being an idiot.
What? That's what that stands for?
But I'd like to see someone fit a Charizard in their pocket or a Snorlax. Like, do it.
What?
It's Pokemon.
This is going nowhere.
No shit, Sherlock.
Oh, and roll credits.
Yeah, that shit thing.
So I think that's all we have for today.
Sorry about the rambling, but at least it's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for listening, Craig.
Craig,
You're all
if
right.
you haven't liked us on Facebook already, you head over there and check out our website and make sure. Oh no, you've already liked, comment, and subscribed.
And if you didn't, I'll fucking kick your ass, Craig.
And
We're coming for you.
obviously, we've told you that we're uploading every Monday because
You're back every Monday, like 6 a.m. sharp.
It's fucking
we told
weird.
you to upload at 6 a.m.
Like, we appreciate it, but man, come on.
Stop messaging me about how good our episodes are.
Get a life, Craig. Join us next week for another interesting, fun-filled, humorous podcast.
So I guess until next time,
We're going nowhere. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.